Alright, hello guys, this is Alan recording another draft video on Magic the Gathering Arena. This is going to be my second War to Spark throwback draft for my YouTube channel, and I'm getting close to 1.5k gems for the Ikoria drafts, which I haven't uploaded yet. But for now, I do want to get the second War to Spark video out and refresh my memory on this set. And yeah, just would like to have a change of sets, I guess. So let's begin. And the pack one, pick one. I don't think Vivian's Arc Bow is that great. It takes a little bit too much work. It's 2 mana, then you can play X mana. You discard a card, and then you can, I guess, you can exchange the card from your hand for a card equal to the mana that you spent to activate this ability. And it can only fetch out creatures, so I don't think Vivian's Arc Bow is that great. I don't even know if it's the first pick in this pack. Probably not. I don't even know if I would take it over something like, for example, the Trusted Pegasus. What's excellent in this pack, however, is the Omnix's Cruelty. Basically the best common in the whole entire set, and it's going to be my first pick here. It's in single black, so it's also splashable. Black is a very good color in this set. It is by far probably the best color in this set. So you do want to start out with something like Omnix's Cruelty. After Omnix's Cruelty, I'd probably go for a Trusted Pegasus. The Planeswalker here is great only in black-red, but outside of it, you don't really want your opponent drawing too many cards. It's great if you're on the beatdown aggressive plan and you can basically deal and you can basically kill the opponent in a few turns. But other than that, you don't really want to use this ability sometimes to make the opponent draw a card. It can be great with the sacrifice tokens, of course. So yeah, Omnix's Cruelty. When you look at this, I mean Omnix's the Hate Twisted, this Planeswalker. When you look at it, it's more like a gold card, being in black-red. Outside of it, it's not great. And yeah, Vivian's Arc Bow just takes too much work. You need not only do you have to discard a card from your hand, but you need to make sure that you have enough expensive, powerful creatures in your deck that you want to play along with this, and you do need to pay 2 mana already to set this up. So this card takes too much setup, too much work. I don't think it's that great. I don't think the payoff is worth it. It takes a lot of work to set up, and the payoff is worth the Vivian's Arc Bow. So I don't think this is a great card. But yeah, we'll take the Omnix's Cruelty. Best card in this pack, best common overall in this whole entire set. So let's begin. And here, some interesting choices. There's Jiang Yanggu and Merfolk Skydiver, and also a Spark Double. Spark Double is pretty good, especially if it can copy and become a powerful Planeswalker. Either way, just this becoming one of your creatures at 4 and getting a counter can be really nice. If I want to take Jiang Yanggu or Merfolk Skydiver, I would be looking more at a Proliferate archetype. I guess if I go black-green with Jiang Yanggu, the ability to use the creatures as mana fixing can be pretty decent, since black-green is more of the multicolored archetype. Looking at the commons, Herald of the Dreadhorde is a good 4-drop that amasses 2 when it dies. I'm a big fan of this card. It would probably be my pick if it wasn't for the uncommons in this pack. So now what do we pick? If I take the Merfolk Skydiver, which is by far maybe the best card in this pack, I can maybe speculate on a blue-green Proliferate deck. This is a very good 2-drop. And then otherwise, if I want to stay open, it's just between either the Spark Double or the Jiang Yanggu. Or even Herald of the Dreadhorde, I guess. Herald is pretty good at 4 mana. A 3-2 that amasses 2 when it dies is pretty solid. The Spark Double might offer us a little bit more upside, potentially. Like if we have a powerful bomb on the battlefield, copying it and giving it an extra counter, an extra loyalty counter, can be quite significant. Especially if it's a powerful Planeswalker that we can pick up later in the future. Jiang Yanggu, I think it's better in blue a green proliferate deck, maybe green whites or green blue. It does provide the mana fixing again in the black green multicolor deck, but I think it's more likely than not you want a bunch of proliferators with the Zhang to really get this going. So I can definitely see the Spark Double being better than just Zhang, and I think the Spark Double still keeps us open. It has enough upside over maybe the Herald of the Dreadhorde that I'm just going to take it here. There's a chance that we pick up some powerful cards that this can copy, and this can be quite powerful. Otherwise, if we want to speculate on giving up black, I'd probably take the Merfolk Skydiver as pretty much the best card in this pack overall. But between Spark Double and Merfolk Diver, I think Spark Double is slightly weaker, but it's still powerful enough that I'm going to take it here and keep my options open. So yeah, I'll take a Spark Double, and then maybe we can draft a powerful black-blue control deck. Here, there's Sunblade Angel as an excellent curve topper in white. I think I'd take the Sunblade over the Divine Arrow. Divine Arrow is a fine conditional removal spell, nothing special. I think the best common is the Callous Dismissal. We did pick up a Spark Double, so it would be great to follow up with a Callous Dismissal. I do like Sunblade Angel, but it is 6 mana. It is quite expensive. It's vulnerable to removal, such as cards like Heartfire and Omnic Solace's Cruelty, and even Divine Arrow. That it takes a lot of work to get there, and if this ends up dying, then it's not that great, but it's a powerful win condition if you need a curve topper in white in this set. But I think I like the Callous Dismissal as a fine interaction spell. It goes nicely with the Spark Double we just pick up and keeps us in a single color. So I think I'll take the Callous Dismissal here. And, late Merfolk Skydiver. There's also a Thunder Drake, which I'm a big fan of, but Merfolk Skydiver is by far the better card. I don't hate it here, since if we manage to copy the Merfolk Skydiver with the Spark Double, that can be incredibly powerful. If I want to keep my options open, again, I can just take the Thunder Drake. But I think Merfolk Skydiver is powerful enough that I'm just going to take it here over the Thunder Drake. So I can speculate on maybe a blue-green Proliferate deck. That should be pretty fun. And maybe if we pick up enough mana fixing green, we can end up splashing Omnic Solace's Cruelty. So yeah, I think it was fine taking a Spark Double over the first Merfolk Skydiver and the Zhang. So I don't feel punished here. Let's just take the Skydiver. Here, I guess if we want to stay in blue-green, there's a Vivian's Grizzly, which is a fine mana sink in the later games. Just being able to basically search for creatures. And blue-green Proliferate is looking to play lots of creatures. It goes well with the Spark Double, the Merfolk Skydiver, which we can help search out. Otherwise, we can speculate on the Divine Arrow and keep ourselves more open, and we can be like a blue-white Flyers deck. But I think the Vivian's Grizzly is just great if we do. It's something that we need if we do end up in the blue-green Proliferate deck, and just seeing this kind of late shows that it could just be open. There's also Spark Reaper if we want to just stick with blue-black control, which is also a great archetype, but I think with the like Merfolk Skydiver as a signal, and the Vivian's Grizzly seems like a good pickup here. So I'll just take it for now and speculate on the blue-green Proliferate deck. There's a Guild Glow for mana fixing. Snare Spinner can be fine. Outside blue-green, there's not a lot of removal. The Gateway Plaza can help us splash for this Omnic Solace's Cruelty, so I don't hate it. There's a chance we could still be in black. Actually, I think the Guild Glow could just be better. It's just a nice cantrip. Actually, no, I think if we want to splash, the Gateway Plaza is much more important. Since it's an actual land, you're actually ramping this cantrips, but overall, I think just having the fixing is better. The Snare Spinner would lock us into blue-green, obviously. Yeah, I don't mind a Snare Spinner. We could still take it. I mean, I don't really want to miss... If I do end up in blue-green, I don't really want to miss out on some decent 2-drops. Especially some that can block a flyer. I don't know. It is quite questionable. Maybe the Gateway Plaza is just more flexible here. Gives us some options if we do need to end up splashing this. Since again, blue-green doesn't have the best removal unless you have a lot of band together's, but usually haven't seen too much of those drafted often, so we'll take a Gateway Plaza just for fixing. New Horizons can help us splash. Also, there's a late Trusted Pegasus. which is fine, but I think it's a New Horizons here. It's a nice way to put a counter onto a creature, a nice way to splash for the cruelty. And even if we don't, we could still end up in black green and splash the Merfolk Skydiver and the Spark Double, which can be powerful. So I think I'll be in New Horizons here, just an important card in green if you're looking to splash. Also puts a counter, so it helps with Proliferate. I guess the mutation can be serviceable removal against, I don't know, God Eternals. I'm not a big fan of Streak Diver, even in a blue-black control deck, so I think I'll spec it on the Kasmina's Transmutation. It's not a great removal spell since there's lots of amassed tokens and ways to get 1/1 counters in this set, but it's desperate removal if you need it, so I think I'll throw in a sideboard. Yeah, I could just take a Kraul Stinger here. And Kior's Dambreaker is an excellent curve topper in the blue-green Proliferate deck. I think I prefer the Iron Bully over the Courage in Crisis. The Courage in Crisis can enhance a creature, and the Proliferate can be pretty decent, but sometimes just having creatures is just better. We do have a Merfolk Skydiver that helps proliferate already. Kior's Dambreaker helps proliferate. More likely than not, this is just going to make a creature give a creature +2/+2. Of course, the proliferate portion is fine, but you do need a lot more ways to put 1/1 counters to make it excellent. So I don't mind the Iron Bully, just a decent way to put a counter. You can maybe have a nice way to enhance a creature for proliferate, so I'll take the Iron Bully. Alright then, yeah, looks like we're kind of leaning towards the blue-green proliferate deck. Haven't drafted this too often. It is susceptible to removal, so we gotta keep that in mind. If we're gonna go all in with one creature with proliferate, with the 1/1 counters, it can be a little bit of an issue. So yeah, we'll see. We could end up in blue-black control, I guess. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent start to a draft, and we are in the right colors. So yeah, let's see if we can pick up some nice bombs in our colors. Ooh, there's a Massacre Girl. Is there a chance we're going to move back into black? I mean, there is a Bloomhoke, which is really important for the blue-green proliferate deck, and it is quite powerful too. Massacre Girl is a bomb. Let's see if I take the Massacre Girl, what happens. I would be giving up on the blue, maybe splashing the blue, but then I would need a lot of mana fixing to accompany all of these blue cards. If I take the Massacre Girl and I can abandon green, I suppose. Yeah, maybe just a Bloomhoke. I might regret it, but I think it's a correct choice if we're ready all in with this Proliferate plant, and Band Together is an excellent removal spell. I don't really want to miss up on the Bloomhoke. There's also a Bond of Insight, which is better in, like, I guess, red-blue or black-blue, since you're focusing on more instant sorceries and removals. Blue-green tends to be a more creature-heavy archetype, so things like Band Together works very well, and Bond of Insight isn't that great. There's also Role Reversal one can splash for, in case if you make a lot of 1/1 tokens to exchange. But yeah, I think we're just going to be the blue-green proliferate deck, looking to play lots of creatures, and ooh, Kasmina. That's excellent, but there's also Pollenbright Druid, which is a good 2-drop for us. Which one do we prefer? Kasmina's a nice 4-drop, but Pollenbright Druid offers us a 2-drop that can put counters. And if we're going to be the proliferate archetype, we want lots of ways to put counters onto our creatures. Kasmina is excellent with the Spark Double. It's a nice way to loot. But it might just be a Pollenbright Druid. We do need to work on some 2-drops if we're going to be the blue-green creature deck. I would take Kasmina if it was a pack 1, pick 1. But I think it's a lot more important to have good 2-drops, and Pollenbright Druid is definitely one of them. So yeah, we'll take the Pollenbright Druid. Ooh, Crunch Wrangler. Crunch is pretty good with the Bloomhoke and the Kior's Dambreaker, so I don't hate it. Yeah, it's a fine card. There's also late Spark Double, but I think we're so heavily saturating the blue-green proliferate plan that I don't think we want to take the Spark Harvest. There's a chance, I guess, we could be black-green multicolor splashing the blue, But again, I think it's better if we just stick with 2 colors and end up splashing this Cruelty, since we're kind of behind on black. So the Kronk seems as looks like a fine 2-drop that we can take. I think this is more likely to curve. I do love seeing a Thunder Drake this late. So blue's open, nice 4-drop flyer, great win condition, especially with lots of cheap spells to play along with it. Growing this is nice with the 1/1 counters, and then proliferating onto it is also pretty nice. So Thunder Drake looks very good. Ooh, Contentious Plan. I do like Contentious Plan a lot. It cantrip, so it's pretty nice. Draws us a card. How many ways do we have to put 1/1 counters? We have the New Horizons, Skydiver, Pollen Bright Druid. That's 2 already. Maybe Kronk. 3 with the Arm Bully. 4 with the Spark Double. So yeah, I don't think we're lacking ways to put 1/1 counters. So I think we just want to proliferate here with the Contentious Plan, so to speak. We do have a decent number of proliferators already. Kiora, Bloomhoke, Merfolk Skydivers that we just want to, that we can use an extra one like Contentious Plan. And I think it's enough better than Arm Bully that I'm just going to take it here. Also, Erratic Visionary can help prevent Flood, but the Contentious Plan just is what we're looking for. Could main deck 2 Kiora's Dam Breakers. I don't hate it. There's also Skythier Strix, which I don't hate. It's a pretty decent target if you want to put a 1/1 counter onto it. It's a nice, decent flyer on 2. Putting a counter on it is nice with like the Pollen Bright Druid, I guess. With the Arm Bully, it's pretty nice as well. So I don't hate the Sky Theater Strix. Just a decent 2-drop that can gain a counter, and then just being a 2/3 flyer can be a pretty annoying threat that the opponent has to remove. And we do need way good creatures to put counters onto, and flyers are definitely one of them. So I can see taking a Sky Theater Strix here. Hopefully we can take up a second Kiora's Dam Breaker later. None of these matter. Yeah, I could just take a Bond of Revival for gems. And maybe play Silverwing, maybe we don't. It's also a decent flyer. Ooh, late Kiora's Dam Breaker. Teferi's Time Twist, a way to protect our creatures, trigger ETBs. How many good ETBs do we have? Not too many. Maybe the Dam Breakers and the Bloomhokes. But it can be fine. Maybe we main deck it, maybe we don't. We'll put it in sideboard for now. Alright, so yeah, it looks like we have a pretty decent start to a nice blue-green deck. We have a good curve of 2-drops, 3-drops, 4-drops. We have a bit of a gap at 5, so maybe we can pick up a 5-drop along the way. That can be nice. We could use more ramp. That's kind of what we're kind of lacking, so be on the lookout for that. And maybe some fixing for his Omnixilus Cruelty can be nice if we're splashing removal, since we are kind of light on it, so we'll see. Here, Epiphany can be decent, especially if it can allow us to draw cards in the late game. I don't hate it. Best card in this pack is like pack 1, pick 1 would be Jaya's Venerated Fire Mage. Don't think we're a Bond of Insight deck. Again, I don't think we're focusing too heavily on instances and sorceries that we can make it too good. Yeah, pack 1, pick 1, it would be between like Jaya and Spark Harvest, and maybe just leaning towards Jaya since it's a powerful card. But Epiphany is the pick here, I think. And none of these look really splashable, so we'll take the Tamil's Epiphany in case we need card draw in the late game to find our stuff. Ooh, and a second Spark Double. That looks very good. Best card in this pack overall. So happy that I stayed open here. Yeah, I think I'll take it. And should be pretty good with our flyers. Aven the Eternal's excellent. Okay, nice 3-drop. Also Masses one. I'll be definitely going to be playing this. Happy seeing this late, so definitely getting rewarded for being in the blue-green deck, and now even the Pollen Bright Druid. And I think it's enough better than the New Horizons. I'll just take it. Nice way to put counters onto our flyers. Even another Thunder Drake looks excellent. We already have a Vivian's Grizzly, so I don't think I care. There's also Totally Lost as I guess an interaction spell at 5, but Thunder Drake is a powerful upgrade over to Saheeli Silverwing, I think. So I think it's going to be the choice here. And yeah, it's just a nice, powerful 4-drop we can use. And there, Callous Dismissal, excellent. And we should be at 24 cards, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see. Ooh, Nurturer. Nurturer can help us ramp. There's more mana fixing the Gate Plaza, but we only have 1 already. Don't know if I'm going to end up splashing this Omnix's Cruelty, to be honest. I mean, I guess with the Centaur Nurture it makes things easier. So, I think I'll take it here over the second Sky Theater Strix. Theater Strix is pretty solid, especially with the ways to put our 1/1 counters onto them, but I think it's more important to maybe have the Centaur Nurture if we're looking to splash. Nothing here. I don't think I'm playing Stealth Mission, but I'll take it anyways. If I'm lacking ways to put 1/1 counters. Well, no, I think the Kior's Dambreaker is just a better 6-drop. So, the question is, do we want to splash for the Cruelty? Do we have enough removal to get there? Do we, or we can, is it, I think this is still a 17 land deck, if I'm not mistaken. Because we do need to make sure we hit our stuff on curve. So we just need one cut. In terms of removal, Calcis Missile is a bounce spell, so it's not removal. There's a Cruelty, band together. Yeah, so we're lacking in a bit of removal. I think we do need to end up splashing the black, and having one swamp can be fine. The question is, do we want to go 16 or 17 lands? That's a good question. How many? We have double Kior's Dambreaker as 6 drops, so that's an argument to go 16 lands. We have a bunch of 4s we want to cast. I mean 17 lands, my bad. Bunch of decent 3 drops. I mean, I guess we have New Horizons, which can fix and splash anyways. So the Nurture and the New Horizons and the Gateway helps us fix for the Omnix's Cruelty. So I think we still keep the Cruelty and splash for black here, since it's quite important in these types of decks. Gateway Plaza helps us fix, so that's important as well. It could set us behind though, so it's better to play it early. Could see myself cutting the Kronk Wrangler. Like, yeah, it can. I guess it can become a 4/3 when one of these big creatures enter the battlefield. But in terms of 4 power, we don't have that much, to be honest, and we need to have at exactly either Bloomhulk or Kior's Dambreaker. So the Kronk can probably go, and maybe we can go. I mean, I could risk going 16 lands. With both Centaur Nurture and the New Horizons. But it's going to be kind of awkward having a tapped land. Along with it. Yeah, Kronk can probably go. Maybe attacking the extra land. I think that should be fine. And looking at our mana base, slightly favoring blue, so we can go 8, 7, 1 swamp, Gateway Plaza. So something like this looks pretty decent. Yeah, I think we have to go 17 lands. How many ways do we have to prevent flood? There's a Tamiyo's Epiphany we can draw cards with. I guess Vivian's Grizzly can help prevent flood a bit. Merfolk Skydiver can proliferate, I guess. Yeah, and I think this has to be a 17 land deck, to be honest. I can't imagine going to 16, especially with all these expensive top-end cards. Hopefully we don't flood. That's why I'm just scared of just flooding out. But I think the right cut has to be the Kronk Wrangler. It's just too conditional. We need to get to turn 6 to at least have the Kior's Dambreaker enter the battlefield, put a counter on and proliferate, and you need exactly the Bloomhulk on 4. I guess if you have the Bloomhulk already, the Spark Double can be nice, but I don't think it's a good creature in the enhance with the counters either way, since it can Punk could just put a ground blocker, like a Death Touch creature, to trade off for it, while the rest of these other cards seems pretty solid. I mean, I guess I could cut the Crawl Stinger. It's pretty good to band together, potentially. But we might have enough creatures that we don't care. I mean, Crawl Stinger doesn't have too much synergy in this type of deck, but neither does Kronk Wrangler. It is a decent 2-drop to play, but the Crawl Stinger can at least trade up, while this Kronk Wrangler can't. So yeah, I think this is a deck. Yeah, Tekken 1 Swamp, have a Gateway Plaza to fix for this Cruelty is fine. I can even just be greedy and Since we only have one cruelty, maybe we don't need to value this Gateway Plaza too highly. Because we do want to curve out, to be honest, and this can get in the way. So maybe we can cut it and maybe just tech in an extra forest. Since we do need to hit green as well. So yeah, maybe one swamp is enough to fix for this cruelty. As long as we have the New Horizons and the swamp and also the Centaur Nurture, it can be fine. It would be pretty bad though if we can't cast this. So hopefully I'm correct in splashing this and having no Gateway Plazas. Because it would suck if this isn't our opening hand and we have to essentially miss out on our turn 3 or turn 2. Because this deck is looking to curve out, to be honest, and we need to just pressure the opponent at the very least. So let's try this out. Hopefully it gets there. And yep, let's give this a go. Alright, Spark Double into Thunder Drake looks decent. I think I'm fine with this. It would be nice if I pick up 2-drop to put the counter onto with the Iron Bully. Ooh, that's a good one. Alright. I might speculate on putting the counter on the Iron Bully instead. Since if I throw all my eggs into one basket with the Merfolk Skydiver, that can be quite an issue. So, yeah, we'll just play it out. Put a counter onto the Merfolk Skydiver. And I might even Spark Double onto the Merfolk Skydiver if it doesn't get answered. The evolution stage is scary. I could just band together and kill it now. There's a chance he could put a counter onto it and kill it and essentially grow it. So I think I'll use it now and get rid of it. I think it's just too scary to allow on the battlefield. And then I can Spark Double onto the Merfolk Skydiver next turn. Ooh, that's a good one. Could lead with a Thunder Drake, but I think if I'm going to copy something, I think it's still going to be the Skydiver, so we'll cast it here. And we'll put counter into the 3/3, I guess. And then we can attack for 3. And I can attack with both next turn and threaten to pump if he blocks. Opponent's also playing blue-green, okay. That's pretty interesting. So I can attack with both next turn. If he blocks one, I can threaten to pump. And I'll play the land out first. Do I pump here? If I pump, what happens? I do attack in for essentially 7, which can be quite good, but maybe I just need to develop the board here with the Thunder Drake, and I think I'll do that. Just to have another good flyer, and then I can eventually double spell the Iron Bully and enhance this. I think it's just more important to develop the board sometimes. And I'm happy if I take 5 since I can just swing back. Stealth mission, okay. And contentious plan, that's fine. I'm fine taking 4 here. He probably needs to keep the 6/7 behind or he'll die. Ooh, I can even double spell eventually. So yeah, I think I'll do I double spell now? Maybe Kiyora's Dambreaker is just much more mana efficient, so I'm happy just using it here. And I can still hold off the 4/4. Eventually grow past the Thunder Drake if I need to. I guess putting a counter onto the Kior's Dambreaker is pretty nice too, since I can eventually grow this into 7 toughness, 7 power to attack past the 6/7, and offer to trade on the ground. That's even better. So I might just double spell next turn, putting a counter onto the Kior's Dambreaker. Ooh, okay. Do I double block here? No, I still think we take it. We can still use the Sky Theater Strix to chump next turn if need be. Nurture is decent. I could just double spell the Nurture and the Sky Theater. So I don't think I need the Iron Bully just yet. So we'll just do that. And this is a decent ground blocker, and then the Sky Theater Strix can also just allow the Thunder Drake to grow. Then I can start activating the Merfolk Skydivers eventually, and outgrow the Thunder Drake. Proliferate. Okay, he puts a counter, so he probably has a way to proliferate here. Courage and Crisis. Okay. I could chump this. Might have to chump. Since I don't necessarily want to take 6 damage. But I'm still not dead. So, yeah, no blocks. I think we're fine. Contentious Plan is nice. Yeah, I think it's the same thing as proliferating, so I think I'll place a 1/1 counter on the Strix to have an extra flyer. Then we can cast Contentious Plan. Yeah, I don't think he can win this. Yeah, if he blocks my biggest flyer, I can just swing in there for 10, so... Alright, Palm Bright Druid on 2, not bad. Callous Dismissal, Vivian's Grizzly, I think this is a good keep. And I'm fine leading with a Palm Bright Druid, putting a counter onto itself. Since I do want to establish tempo. And we'll play the island here. Okay, so he's in the black-white deck. Just play out the Grizzly, I think, and Sigo. Don't think I want to offer to trade here since this can eventually outgrow the 2-1. Happy to fire off the Callous Dismissal next turn if possible. The Vivian's Grizzly is a nice late game mana sink as well. Ooh, I don't hate the counters. If I put the counter on the Vivian's Grizzly, he can still double block. But I think it's fine for now. I don't think I want to attack though. I'll put the counter onto maybe the Armed Bully maybe. The Grizzly can be a pretty decent attacker if I find a way to proliferate onto it, but it's still pretty bad if he kills it since yeah, I'll put a counter on the Bully. I think that's the correct choice. And then no attacks here. Because if I do put a counter onto this, he can kill it and I can get heavily punished. While if I can spread the wealth, the counter so to speak, that's better for us. Aven Eternal. Seems pretty solid. What should I do? Should I bounce something back and go for an attack? Don't think I have any good attacks. If I bounce the 2/3, I can attack with everything. I mean, he can just block with Pouncing Links trade, enhance this. So probably just play out the Aven Eternal and play land and pass. And then we can save the Callous Dismissal for the Rising Populace when it grows. And land would be pretty nice for the Kior's Dam Breaker since it can help us proliferate everything. Right, the opponent's just playing a bunch of small creatures. I can easily block them. Land is excellent. Okay, so now we can just play a Kiora here. And then enhance our creatures so we have some powerful blockers on the battlefield. Wish I can put a counter on the Aven Eternal, but this is just more mana efficient. Do I offer any trades on the ground? Probably not, since he has some good double blocks, so I think it's just fine attacking for 2. If he wants to use Divine Arrow, that's fine. I'd rather have him use that on something else. The Vivian's Grizzly is also pretty decent here. D-Spark, alright. But we still have some good ground blockers against the opponent. And he's using up all his removal, so eventually this Vivian's Grizzly can help me fetch for some creatures. So that's really good. And I'm fine just playing out land since I can just use this multiple times if I'm lucky. Don't think I need to use black mana. So do I have any double blue? Not really, but I'm fine just using this right away. Ooh, Thunder Drake. That's nice. And do I bounce anything back? Not really. I think we'll pass. Since if we can double spell Thunder Drake with the Callous Dismissal, that's pretty solid. I'm fine if he wants to stack here. I can eventually just bounce back this Rising Populace to punish him. Or offer a trade. I can also do like a triple block if need be. The Callous Dismissal can just be used on something scarier. Don't think I want to bounce Conjured since he can just make it bigger again. But it's a creature that I'm happy to double block if I need to. Or shrink with the Cruelty. I think we'll play Thunder Drake and pass. I do want to enhance it maybe. Maybe not. I think it's fine staying back. Since the Cruelty can take this out. And now the question is, what creature am I going to throw in front of this? Probably the zombie army, since I'm not looking to amass at the very least, and I can always make a new one with the Callous Dismissal. So I'm happy blocking with the 2/2 here, and then using the Cruelty to finish it off. And this gets exiled too, so it doesn't enhance the Rising Populace. Davriel, okay. Alright, this is going to be a little bit tricky.
No one has seen my face and lived.
Shouldn't have played out the land and expect it. I think we get rid of Callous Dismissal here.
Empty your mind.
And then I can finish off the Davriel later. Yeah, we'll block here. I guess I can Cruelty now since that saves my token. So I think I'll do it now while I can. So yeah, so that saves my token as well. It also exiles so it doesn't die. Hopefully he doesn't have removal. Ooh, Sorin? Sorin is kind of scary.
Through feud or feast, your blood is mine.
You can bring back the Pouncing Lynx. Yeah, I don't think I really care about Sorin.
A useful trait.
I think the Davriel is a little bit more annoying
Sorry.
since he's forcing me to
No,
discard.
not really.
Yeah, we'll just ping the Davriel. And then probably going to use the Merfolk Skydiver to proliferate at instant speed. This Sorin's going to be a bit annoying too. I could always activate the Vivian's Grizzly instead, but I think proliferating is the correct choice, so I can kind of enhance my board. I could do a triple block on a Rising Populace or something, and then potentially he can minus, get it back, and then I can just kill his Sorin on the way back. Okay. Yeah, I think proliferating is the correct choice, not looking with the Vivian's Grizzly. Just enhancing our creatures is quite important in this field. We don't need to add any more. Our board is good enough. That's fine. I can obviously kill this next turn, so... We can even play out a Cross Stinger. Alright, let's move to attacks. I think I'm fine attacking the Skydiver and proliferating, and then using the Thunder Drake to attack the face. I could just save the Cross Stinger, obviously. But it's a good blocker, so... just attack here, and then before damage, we'll activate the... maybe it was correct not to attack with both. I still have some good trades here. It's probably, if he attacks the 6/6, I'm double blocking. The Vizier, okay. Some more fodder to sacrifice. I could just take 6, of course, and then play as Cross Stinger to hopefully block. The Dam Breaker is nice, though. Yeah, let's play the Dam Breaker. And I do need to pressure his ground forces, so... I think I do need to attack for 7 in the air. Right, he could kill his own creature, but he's most likely just going to kill this Skydiver. Doesn't matter, I still end up drawing 2 cards, which I can use Spark Double and onto the flyer next turn. Opportunist is annoying, that can drain me. So gotta be careful here that I don't take too much damage. Ooh, double Spark Double? That looks really good. I think I need flyers, so I think it's more important to copy the Thunder Drake.
Your victory will be short-lived.
don't think he can outgrow my board. I have some good double blocks. I can even just chump with the Vivian's Grizzly if need be. Alright, now we can punish him by forcing him to bounce the 9/9. He can stack it if he likes. Yeah, I think he's dead, because I can just bounce, play the Cross Stinger, and win. Not bad. Do need some early creatures, but if we can resolve this Thunder's Drake and copy it, that's pretty nice. So I think this is a keep, and we're on the play. If I get a 2-drop or 3-drop, that can be nice, since I can use the New Horizons to pump it. Alright, there's a chance I just play out the New Horizons. Probably not, since the 1/1 counter is important. Could just play lands until I get a 4-drop. But, yeah, the Arm Bully isn't bad. Then I can play Thunder Drake next turn. New Horizons can put a counter in the future. Move to attacks. Get in there. Yeah, the Mobilized District isn't that impressive, since 4 mana is a lot, and you don't really want to make a 3/3 with 4 mana at instant speed. You can make this into a land, you can tap this, but then it's just going to come in tapped, so not a very good card. Mowu is scary, so I think I'll kill Mowu, since, could Spark Double here, do it next turn, but Mowu's just, actually, I can eventually just play Cross Stinger and do it. Because if this proliferates, it's going to be quite a threat. Yeah, let's kill it now. I could always just attack and then play around. Oh yeah, I should have attacked, and then if he decides to use it on his Mowu, I can blow him out and 2-for-1 him. So I guess I didn't consider that option. Here, could New Horizons into Crawl Stinger, which I don't hate. Let's just Spark Double. Want to make sure that I copy this Thunder Drake before he kills it. And then next turn I can double up, and then eventually, if I get land, I guess I can Bloomhoke and New Horizons, so that's pretty nice. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can do that. So, let's see. Dam Breaker's nice, but I think this turn we just enhance one of our islands. Yeah, we have to do this before we play the Cross Stinger. Otherwise, we can't double spell, and then this Cross Stinger can enhance our creatures. You could have a Divine Arrow, so I have to keep that in mind. Maybe I don't attack. Let's say if he has a Divine Arrow. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. I don't really want to trade for a worse creature. So no attacks. And then I can start playing out like Kiora or Bloomhoke. And eventually, he needs more than just a Divine Arrow to kill. But I really think the opponent might have a Divine Arrow here. It's highly likely. And I think I can play out land as well, since the Bloomhoke since I don't think white-green does discarding more often than not. Do I want to offer? Yeah, I don't mind attacking with the Thunder Drake, and if he uses a Divine Arrow, I'm still trading for an Enforcer Griffin, so this is fine. He can't block with the War Screecher and Divine Arrow. I'm happy just to trade the Enforcer Griffin. So, yeah, knew he has an. Oh, kills a Cross Stinger instead. Okay. I mean, this still trades for Enforcer Griffin, so at least I baited out the Divine Arrow. Yeah, I should consider maybe not attacking with it. But at least I got rid of a Griffin, so it's not that bad. And next turn I can attack with everything on the ground. Opponent good games me. Okay. Huh. Do I want to attack on the ground? He's most likely just going to make his land. So he could tap this, give rating +1/+1. Will that kill the Thunder Drake? Probably not. I think I'm fine attacking with all. And if he wants to make his land into a 4/3/3, that's fine. I'm fine trading a ground creature for it. Five mana, interesting. Alright, ooh, that's a nice one. But he still can't deal with the flyers. Okay, so he eats my Kiora. I can kill his flyer here, which is pretty nice. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I'm in trouble. Happy killing the Enforcer Griffin. And then he's going to take 6. And I can still take 9 from the opponent and still be okay. So. Still take 9, and then next turn I can play out the Centaur Nurturer. Ooh, okay. Still kind of forced to chump here. But I guess he'll attack with his 9/9, and that's okay. I'll take 9. I guess I can just attack with both. Ooh, Callous Dismissal. What happens by Callous Dismissal? Target non-land permanent. Yeah, let's try this out. Ooh. Could have bounced the War Screecher, so he's forced to chump with the Enforcer Griffin. That's also a consideration. Maybe that's the right play. But he does need to pay 5 mana to cast this, so. So he has more flying chump blockers. He's forced to tap for the V2 Gazi. Otherwise he's dead, I guess. Now he has to keep it behind on defense. So if I attack with all, what happens? He blocks here, he blocks here. Mobilized District is 4 mana. I guess he can tap the V2 Gazi, so I should just attack with the Thunder Drake at the very least. I'm going to take it slow here. I'm afraid the opponent might have something, I don't know. I guess the only thing that would suck is if he has a way to clear my board. If he clears my flyer, I think I should be okay, since he's at 2 life. Yeah, just managing to kill off his flyers is enough. Even with a broken rare, I was able to essentially get there. Alright, 3-0. Alright, we have two 3 drops. Seems fine. Callous Dismissal as interaction. I think it's a fine keep. And do I leave with a Grizzly? Grizzly's pretty good with the New Horizons token. I don't think I want to enhance my Cross Stinger because I can trade up anyways. So I think I'll leave with a Grizzly. And then I can maybe enhance it with the New Horizons or play out the Cross Stinger next turn, depending on what the opponent does. Opponent's in triple green, didn't play anything, so it's kind of interesting. Do I want to put a counter? Not really. I think it's fine just developing the board, putting creatures on the battlefield. Since if he's not going to play anything, I can just easily start attacking past him. And dishing out some damage is important. Opponent passes, so I can't. There's nothing in triple green at instant speed I need to worry about. No Omnix's cruelty that I need to be wary of. Question is, do I want to cast my New Horizons here? Probably. Yeah, should be fine. Might be correct to put a counter on a Cross Stinger. Since the Vivian's Grizzly, if it dies, I won't be able to find playables in the late game, so I think it's better to put on the Cross Stinger, if I'm not mistaken. And if he kills it, I should still be fine since I can use Vivian's Grizzly as a mana sink. Opponent's playing the black-green multicolored deck since his Aid to Fallen was discarded. Ooh, sure. Don't think I care if it dies. Even main decking a Return to Nature in this set. Okay, there's not too many enchantment removal you need to be too scared of in this set. I can play out the Nurture. Wish I had an extra mana to bounce. I could just bounce now. Oh, actually I have the extra land anyway, so yeah, I guess I can play out Nurture and bounce. Yeah, we'll do that. Now the question is, do I kill it? I guess if I proliferate here, he won't be able to attack past the 4/4, so I think we just play out the Kuor's Dambreaker on our main phase. Get in there for 4. I guess I can attack with Centaur Nurture too, since it doesn't trade. And I can still get in there for the extra 2 damage. Yeah, I don't think he can win here. He would need like a board wipe like Massacre Girl, I guess. Which can, which is his, ooh, Leyline? Okay, I'm fine killing the Leyline here with the band together. Yeah, I think we'll just do it now. Since the Death Touch and Lifelink is relevant. And we can even activate the Vivian's Grizzly. It's lethal anyways, doesn't matter how he blocks. So yeah, opponent missing out on land drops really punished him. If he had a Leyline on turn 3, he could have maybe stabilized, but... I'm happy I'm not playing the Gateway Plaza. Haven't seen oh, I think there was one game where I used the Omnixilus Cruelty, so... I mean, it's not the most amazing. I do need to get to turn 4. I'm on the draw. I think I still keep. Hopefully I can top deck some creatures and just... Ooh, that's a nice one. And I have both colors of mana open too, so... Could Skydiver here instead. I think I'll leave with Skydiver. Gotta be careful of Divine Arrow, so if he keeps his mana up, I'm not going to attack into it next turn. Yeah, this implies a divine arrow, so I should be careful not attacking with this skydiver. I can always band together is not bad. Do I band together and kill it? I could just bounce it and then use the Palm Bright Druid to proliferate next turn. And do I need to kill this? Not really. I guess I can just set him behind with the Callous Dismissal, and then we can proliferate with the Palm Bright Druid next turn. Yeah, I think we'll do that just to have a good ground army. Opponent's playing Naya. I don't think that's a support color in this set. More often than not, this implies a Divine Arrow. So in this case, what do I do? Yeah, I don't really want to run into a Divine Arrow. I could just play the Thunder Drake, and if I pick up a land next turn, I can double spell and enhance it. So I think that's fine. And then we can happily stay back to play around the Divine Arrow, which obviously implies it since there's 2 mana open. Challenger Troll that I'll be happy to kill eventually. Ooh, that's nice. So now we can play Palm Bright Druid. Ooh, no, actually you band together first. No, it's Palm Bright Druid, and then you can still. Yeah, we can't really band together because this doesn't kill it. So, yeah, I think we have to do this. Opponent has 1 mana open, but I'm not afraid of anything here, so let's just attack for 6. Alright, that's really nice. Wow, okay. Five and 0, okay. I have a feeling that this is going to be a 7-win deck. Obviously. Palm Bright on 2. It is a little bit sketchy. We are on the draw. I guess as long as we get our 3rd land, we should be okay, since the Crawl Stinger can go very well with the band together. And with a single blue, we can still Contentious Plan to cycle it and proliferate. So I think we'll try this. But I could be wrong. I mean, I guess this is a curve, 2-drop into 3-drop, so I think we're fine. So blue-red spells, Augur Bolas, so this is definitely the card you want to be playing in blue-red spells, since you're playing lots of instants and sorceries, and then Invade the City is nice, but we do have a, what's that card called, the Callous Dismissal to bounce the Amass token, so, I think we can still handle this. And he does need to put a bunch of stuff in the graveyard. Ooh, that's a card. Alright, so hopefully he doesn't mill our black sources. This would have been a nice follow-up, the Aven Eternal. He's obviously going to block if I attack. So I think I'll just play the Cross Stinger and pass. Since this isn't really that valuable. Okay. Okay. Didn't need my blue source. So, I guess he milled one blue source. That's fine. We don't have a second blue source. Could attack both into the Ashiok, and if he decides to double block, I can use the Band Together to blow him out. I think I'll try that. Could just attack with the Cross Stinger, since I might not want to. Yeah, I don't really want to use Band Together here. Yeah, we'll just attack for 2. Is the opponent going to double block here? Probably. He just chumps it. Okay. I think I'm fine with chump, and we can keep up Band Together instant speed. We can take out Ashiok next turn. So. This is sorcery speed, so don't have to worry. Alright. Ooh, I do need those islands. Since I have a bunch of blue cards in my hand, I do need like an island. Ooh, that's pretty good. Eventually, he can make a new mass, a big giant mass token again with the invade the city. So yeah, it's definitely important to hit your land drops in limited. He can eventually make a 3/3 invade the city again. Good news is I still have cards in my hand. Bad news is I'm not getting the second color. And I have a decent number of blue sources still left, so hopefully I eventually get there. Have to be careful not to draw too much since I am, unfortunately, ooh, that's good. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have a game. I could cast a Merfolk Skydiver, but the Thunder Drake is just much more mana efficient. I think I'll attack him the Crawl Stinger here, since if he can chump it if he wants, but this is still 2 damage for free. And I can easily Spark Double onto the Thunder Drake next turn. Okay. I guess I can still Spark Double onto it. And it's still going to be a flying creature. I could be greedier and cast a Merfolk Skydiver instead. Yeah, let's Spark Double. I can attack for 2. I think I'll stay back in case if he amasses into a giant amass token, this Cross Stinger can still trade with his giant amass creature. And we can always just double block the Burning Prophet if need be. I'm fine double blocking the Thunder Drake and the Pawn Bright Druid. Opponent keeps all his mana open. This implies something. Don't know what it is. Do I want to just play the Epiphany? Huh. Could just move to attacks here. Keeps up all his mana, so this implies something. It could be a counter spell. This is only drawing 2 cards. I do need to eventually outrace him. Yeah, I think I'll play the Epiphany here. He could be keeping up. I guess he could have the counter spell that makes him Ooh, New Horizons. I don't hate New Horizons. Don't know if I have enough mana to cast it, however. It does put a 1/1 counter onto something, and I do maybe want to proliferate. So I think I keep an island on top. Maybe we don't need the New Horizons. I mean, we have a bunch of proliferate going on. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Because I do want to counter under Sky Theater Strix. So I'll try it like this. Then we'll pass turn. Ooh, commence. Okay. This is a 5/5. I guess I can still take 5. I do want him to amass more onto this, so I can eventually just use a Crawl Stinger to trade. But he has a totally lost. Okay. Guess I'll just replay this next turn. Take 5. Maybe double block the Burning Prophet. If he goes for an attack with everyone, with both of these. Yeah, we'll take 5. It's not the end of the world. And I guess he could be keeping up Counterspell as well. That's the reason why he bounced it back. But can we really play around it? Not entirely sure, but I could always just bait out something. I could just leave a Merfolk Skydiver maybe, or just play out Kiora, force him to counter Kiora. Maybe use a Merfolk Skydiver first. Yeah. It's obvious. This obviously implies a counterspell of some sort. I won't be surprised if it is. And I can still New Horizons into Strix. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll just bait it out here. Yeah, I knew it. Okay. I'm still fine taking 5. I think I can win on the ground, in the air. I don't need to worry too much. I can still jump with the 1/1 if he decides to go all in. So we'll attack him for 4. I'm fine taking the ground damage here. Maybe I do need the chump blockers, however, to deal with all of this. So definitely going to chump here with a 1/1. Yeah, we'll chump. Ooh, another Thunder Drake. Okay. Well, this is looking great. So I guess we're just gonna make a bunch of flyers and win the air, I guess. And now we can even enhance our own Thunder Drake. I can even chump with the Sky Theater Strix, but yeah, let's get in there. I think we have this game. Just because opponents can't answer our ground threats, and I'm fine chumping with the Palm Bright Druid onto the 8/8. Okay, that's fine. So I guess we're not out of the woods yet. I guess I can still take 8 here. 3. How much damage do I have next turn? If I cast Contentious Plan, what happens? New Horizons into Contentious Plan. I'll have yeah, I'll take 8. I should have lethal, I think, next turn, if I'm not mistaken. He could be keeping something up. but we'll see. Do I want to put on a Strix? Probably not. Yeah, we'll put on a Strix. Yeah, just leave behind a Merfolk Skydiver. Alright, that was a pretty interesting game. Almost I lost there since I couldn't get my blue source. Almost, maybe Ashiok could have milled me to death, but... Alright, currently 6-0, so definitely a powerful deck. So before we move on to the last boss, is reveal this. We're splashing the Swamp, the Centaur Nurture, and the New Horizons for an Omnixilus Cruelty. Decent number of 2-drops here. Decent number of 3s. And yeah, overall we do have a gap at 5, but that's fine. We're running 17 lands. We're able to hit our land drops in most of our matches. So as long as we get to land 3, we should be okay. And this is just a powerful blue-green proliferate deck. No need to play Kronk Wrangler because we only have 3 power 4 matter cards. So this isn't going to trigger too often. We are lacking in removal in terms of the removal department, but it's still fine. There's a chance I could just cut the Cruelty and just take the Casmia's Transmutation, but that's not too exciting. It would be more consistent, but there's a reason why we have the New Horizons and the reason why Cruelty kills a creature. You don't really want to give them chump fodder. So, yeah, this is a really nice deck. Haven't drafted too much blue-green proliferate even outside of Magic the Gathering Arena, but happy that I should put this together. And yeah, let's move on to the final boss. Maybe get our 7 wins, and maybe move and do more Ikoria draft after this. So let's begin. Alright, Skydiver on 2 looks excellent, and then I'm happy to put counter onto the bully itself, since I don't really want to put all my eggs into one basket, and this being able to enhance our future creatures with the ability is very nice. But yeah, pretty nice opening hand. I haven't seen any bad opening hands with this deck, to be honest. Except the last one was probably our worst, but we still had the curve. This time we have both our mana open, so let's do this. So gotta be careful with Divine Arrow here. The white-green proliferate deck tends to be a little bit aggressive, so if he keeps up mana, there's no way I'm attacking. So we'll just pass here. If he doesn't, if he keeps up mana, we won't attack. Right, New Horizons. He's looking to fix. Unfortunately, he's unable to put it onto a creature. Now we're able to attack it for 2, and then I'll put the counter onto the Iron Bullet itself in case the opponent has removal, since this can become a powerful threat if I manage to enhance it. I can still attack with both since this has Menace. Eventually I can double spell with the Palm Bright Druid and Proliferate onto all these creatures. So Opponent has a bit of an issue. I have 2 flyers that he needs to deal with. The Merfolk Skydiver is obviously the biggest problem. The Iron Bully has Menace, so he can just put a secondary creature. But if he's leaving up mana this turn, I think next turn I think I'm just going to attack with the Iron Bully. There's a chance he has a Divine Arrow. which can become problematic. Okay, I don't think I care about the Croc at all. I'm happy trading it if he blocks it. Probably don't even need to cast a Pollen Bright Druid since I'm playing the double spell with the Thunder Drake. So I think I'm fine attacking with all here. If he decides to double block the Iron Bully, I will just use the Skydiver in response to proliferate. He has 1 mana open, and it's definitely not a Divine Arrow. So I think we'll just attack with everything, and if he double blocks the Iron Bully, I'm happy trading for the Wart Scale Croc at this point. Yep, we'll sign the Wart Scale Croc first. Be to 4 damage, we're just going to activate the ability. I could get punished here, you could have a Gift of Strength. That would be pretty awkward. Yeah, they always haven't. I mean, the Giant Growth. Darn. Okay, so I guess the game plan is to win the air, basically, with our flyers. So we should use the... Ooh, Tolsimir. Tolsimir fighting Thunder Drake isn't great, and he's also gaining life. Okay, so I shouldn't underestimate the opponent. Another Thunder Drake looks good. Yeah, I could just cast Thunder Drake and proliferate here. I think that's the play. And I can hopefully try to win the air. And then we'll proliferate here just to enhance our flyers. Happy chumping the 5/3 next turn if he attacks. Wanderer, wow, even the Wanderer. Probably going to exile the, yeah, he's just going to exile there.
See you later.
Yeah, this isn't looking too good. Pollen Bright Druid, okay. Guess we have more ways to essentially enhance the Merfolk Skydiver. I think I'm fine just putting a counter onto the Merfolk Skydiver at this point, since I do want to use a Pollen Bright Druid as just a chump blocker and hold off the ground
My
units.
wandering continues.
Ooh, even the Wanderer Strike. Alright, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble here. How am I going to win this? Wow. Ooh, okay, yeah, the final boss had to have exactly the right cards. Damn, that Gift of Strength. That Giant Growth, never mind. That 1 mana pump trick was a little bit annoying. I think he would use it anyways on his turn, but... Alright, final boss was definitely formidable, so... That's the reason why they're called final bosses. And I would be disappointed if I end up with only 6 wins with this draft. Alright, well, Merfolk Skydiver. Hopefully we don't face against another final boss that kills us. The last opponent was Mythic, I guess. So they lowered the difficulty for us. Okay, Law Rune Enforcer. Gotta be careful of Divine Arrow. Here. If he attacks, I'm not blocking, because that implies a Divine Arrow. Because if I block, he's just going to use it. So, yeah, I'll probably take 1 here, and I'll probably stay back if he tries anything here. Alright, so I'm going to move the tax, and if he doesn't use the ability, then that's going to imply Divine Arrow, so we'll see what he does here. I could also contentious plan to hit a land drop, I suppose, since I really spark doubling onto this is very nice. But either way, the Vivian's Grizzly's probably pretty decent as well. Yeah, just okay. So yeah, we'll play the Vivian's Grizzly, and he can Divine Arrow that creature if he wants to. So blue-white, it's a flying theme in the set, and it does have a little bit of proliferate going on, but alright, that's fine. I guess he's going to tap down a 2/2, I don't really care. But hopefully I get land so I can Spark Double. Ooh, yep, this is looking great, so we're just going to Spark Double here. He can tap down the Skydiver, I don't really care. There's no really 1 mana instant speed that kills. Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. I'll put on this one, since it's a better blocker, and then I can just make a bunch of Skydivers and win the game, basically. Strix. If he doesn't use a tap ability, it's going to imply something. So I think I'll Spark Double here and see what happens. Could have placed a counter here to attack for an extra point of damage. So didn't think about that. Now Contentious Plan looks really powerful. Opponent's missing the land drops. He doesn't have enough for Divine Arrow. Okay. So next turn I can go for an all-out attack here. Ooh, even Thunder Drake. Yeah, I may just play the Thunder Drake, be even more greedier, so we can Contentious Plan and Thunder Drake on the same turn. But yeah, he doesn't have mana to use anything, so we'll happily attack him for a bunch of damage here. And if he wants to chump, that's fine. Opponent is in the oh, I forgot this color combination. How can I forget this color combination? Bant, yeah. He's in the Bant colors. Don't think I care about the Enforcer Griffin. So I guess we're just going to play out land, play Grizzly, play Contentious Plan. Yeah, I don't know how the opponent's going to win this. I can offer to trade here. Nah, I'll just attack with the 4 power. He can double block this Thunder Drake. I mean, he can double block the 4/4 Skydiver, so I'm fine if he just chumps here. And next turn we can attack with our flyers and we can activate the ability at instant speed, so... Okay, I'm fine with that card, I don't care. Could just activate the Skydiver end of turn. Dismissal, okay. You can still double block all these. So I guess I just want to activate. Ooh, okay. That might be even better. Yeah, I think I want to develop the board. I could play Thunder Drake and be more greedy, but this is too good. Do I attack? No, not really. Otherwise, he can just double block. I guess he might have a single combat here to kill all my stuff. So I gotta be careful of that. Jace's Triumph, okay. Next turn I can attack with both of these, and then if he double blocks, I can just activate the ability. And he has 1 mana to tap down one of them, I guess. So, because also just attack with the Bloomhoke, to be honest. So yeah, we'll move to combat, see what the opponent does. I don't think I attack with the Bloomhoke. We'll just attack with the Skydiver, and if he decides to double block, we'll activate it. Are you serious? Yeah, I don't think the opponent knows what's up, so I'll happily activate the ability here. This is essentially a free kill. Yeah, I'll just attack with both the flyers. It's pretty much a good game, I think. Do I want to play anything? Probably not. I can easily just activate it, the ability, at end of turn. I can even just do it now. Yeah, let's just do it now. Do I even play the Palm Bright? Nah, I'll just pass. You could have a board wipe like the single combat, which can be quite annoying. Yep, I don't think you can win. Not with all those Spark Doubles opponent. Yeah, good games. Alright, sweet. Managed to draft a nice 7-in-1 blue-green deck. And I'm happy I didn't draft black-red since I was literally drafting black-red for M20 and now War to Spark. And I got a nice blue-green draft, which I haven't drafted blue-green in a long time, so happy drafting blue-green. Simic Proliferate it is. Add deck to our inventory, let's claim our prize. And yep, pack 1, pick 1. Let's pretend this is a draft with 8 cards.
Let us begin.
Karn sucks. Let's take the Grateful Apparition. And then second place would be Gideon's Triumph. Ooh, I do like Saheeli a lot, especially in the blue-red spells or black-blue. Nice way to just generate a bunch of tokens for sacrifice and to swarm and overwhelm the opponent. There's Yang Yangu too, but I don't think it's as good as Saheeli. Zhang Yangu does help with Proliferate and mana fixing, however, but you do need a creature on the battlefield, otherwise it's not going to be that great. And it doesn't come with too much loyalty as well, since if you minus on a creature, they kill it, they can just swing back with creatures and this dies. While Saheeli comes with a lot of loyalty, you can just make a bunch of 1/1 chump blockers. And has a lot of synergy, so yeah, probably Saheeli, and then second place would be Zhang Yangu. And then Ikoria draft. Let's see. Pack 1, pick 1. Probably between like Giant Sandworm and the Duskfang Mentor, or even Prickly Marmoset for the cycling decks. Probably the Marmoset, since cycling is really powerful. Red-white is what you kind of want to force in this type of set. Duskfang is pretty good in black-green since you have a lot of big creatures that you can give lifelink, and that can be pretty annoying. Sandworm is good since you can cycle it and reanimate it in the black-greenest reanimator deck, but overall, yeah, pretty fun draft. I think I will upload an Ikoria video after this. Don't know if it's going to be Premier or traditional. Don't know which one rewards more, I guess. This one rewards 3,000 gems and 6 packs, and Premier offers 2,020 gems and 6 packs, so slightly less. So maybe I would do a traditional just to grind a little bit better. You do need to get 3 wins, of course, but I think traditional might be a little bit more easier since you aren't looking to rank up, and the people you are playing against aren't looking to ramp up. So there you have it. Nice 7-1 video, and I will draft and make a Ikoria video after this, so stay tuned.